The Scarlet Knights start this drive. The offense looks ready to go. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find.
Loose in the middle. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field, uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I'll tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That drive a great example of just how potent this offense can be. 2 plays, 80 yards, give them the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Morris. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Motion from the back. From the gun, the ground game. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
We've come to the break, and Rutgers is holding the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. What a great job they've done in Big Ten play up to this point, and you see them now feeling as if they can accomplish something big.
No doubt, Reese, and I think it's a great start to the season. Like, again, you have goals and you have midpoints to the season where you're at right now. This is where you want them to be. You want them to be in the mix in one of the best conferences in all of college football, and Jesse, they're doing that in the Big Ten.
Yeah, they've been able to handle the stage and handle the pressure. With every win, that makes the next game that much bigger, and they've shown up on big stages on national television, and they've been able to deliver. This game, though, is the biggest yet. If they keep on the pace they're at, they're going to be playing for a Big Ten championship.
And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Running into the open space. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Hoosiers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Running inside. It's Beebe. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
A 3-yard gain there. It'll be 3rd and 7. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Hands it off on the counter. Dragged down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. And the Hoosiers decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Here comes the Rutgers offense onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Black. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. The run inside. It's Raymond. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on that. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I think that shows you the experience of the quarterback there. His primary target wasn't open, so he didn't panic. Even though he was getting hit, he was still able to find his check down and find some positive yards.
Gets it out fast. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? They'll run for it. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball, too. You could see there right after the 3rd down play, looking at his sideline, saying, give me the ball. I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team, and he comes through big time.
Right back to the well. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Going to run it. It's Raymond. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Scarlet Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. There's some room. Delivers the stiff arm. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting 1st downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
They'll move the wide receiver. Might be calling a hot route. Now from inside the red zone. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Here's the pressure. And he never had a chance.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on third down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that is elite third down defense. First of all, you get him in third and long, and then you look to the go-to guy. Jesse, I am committing my resources to him because I know he's a freak, and I know you as a quarterback, you're trying to find that dude.
Ball is loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense wins.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then
got it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Hoosiers!
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner will be brought down. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
They make the stop, and he's got enough for the first down, and now this offense might have a chance to do something.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Might as well give it to him again. Nice move there. Good gain there. Picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. Rutgers takes its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. To the air on first down. Here's a heat. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. He lets one fly deep. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? That pass interference call will give us one more untimed down in the half. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Kick comes up a little short, and now he's thinking kick 6. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
from our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at UCLA taking on the number 16 team, the Iowa Hawkeyes. And it's the Bruins, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. That is another solid victory for this team, who now gets to 5-1 on the season. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications. Now back to your game in Bloomington. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Scarlet Knights will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
Guys, I did catch up with Coach Cignetti coming out of the locker room. They have got to use this home team's energy and enthusiasm to their benefit. As you know, this game has a lot of implications. It could separate them in the conversation for the college football playoff, but they have got to have a little better performance here to start the third. We'll see if this home crowd gives them the energy that they need.
Holly, thank you. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Catch in the middle, it's shot. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Beebe.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. DB's right up on the receivers. Pulls it in. It's Preston. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense, going right down the field in 6 plays, and now set up for 1st and goal.
Trying to find the end zone. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Trying to pound their way in. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll run it on 3rd and goal. Did not get an inch. This defense digging in, and it's 4th and goal. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Black. Nice job by... Team, everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. And after that last field goal, they start this third quarter finding themselves playing from behind. Takes the handoff. It's Raymond. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Wants to adjust the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. Snagged out of the air. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. You know they'd love to convert this third down after missing a field goal on the last drive. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Duff. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Gonna look downfield again. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. Looking down the middle. Another incompletion on third down.
And you got to expect this off.
Guys, look at this. Surprise, they're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Powers through the defender. How about knocking him down to stop him short of picking up that first down?
Yeah, and
we've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. With the catch, it's shot. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Running inside. It's Beebe. Sweet cut there. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. He now has 80 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Got his man. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Hoosiers getting set on 1st and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Beebe. Plows through the defense. And that stiff arm is a weapon And for this runner, he uses it and picks up a first down. And the Hoosiers are marching down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
Maybe some room here. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Now, these offenses that are built for late-game situations, when you get later in the football game and you have the lead, and you got a guy that you can hand it to like him that keeps making plays over and over again, man, does it start to put a lot of pressure on the defense for them to be super aggressive and bring a lot more bodies near the line of scrimmage.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. The run inside. It's Beebe. Sweet cut there. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. It looks as if we have an injured Hoosier at the end of that play. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw. It's Hoover. And it's picked off right at the goal line. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They'll start this drive with a pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Duff. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double-team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Gets it out to the 22-yard line, and that'll be enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Going over the top. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Didn't get past the marker when he started his slide, and now it's fourth down. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Personal foul. This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. Handoff to the single running back.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
And maybe a crease. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The Scarlet Knights pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. The give to the back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And, man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks, add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this defense.
After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. While they have a look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Showing off the arms. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him for a sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Well, that play never had a chance on fourth down. They're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on fourth.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Beebe. Could be an alley. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. To the air, it's Hoover. Got out of trouble and throws. The short hands, it's Becker. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
The give as they work on that clock. Got enough for the first. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. The Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. Now on the counter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Using his legs, it's Richard. Fights off a defender. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Defense in press coverage. Running inside, it's Richard. Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain. A mere 4 seconds after the clock stopped for the 2-minute timeout, the defense gets it stopped again, trying to get the ball back.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. With a minute 52 seconds left, the defense will use a timeout trying to get the football back. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll leave it with him. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the 1st down marker. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! Big 3 points to stretch the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Scarlet Knights start this drive. The offense looks ready to go. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the 1st down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. This is what you do in the backyard. You never do it in the middle of the game. It's always final drive, clock winding, got to have a score. Offense down 1 possession. From the gun, he'll try to throw. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. He'll pull it down and run. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Makes the grab. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And the rush will get to him at the 25. They've reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best start you could have, Palmer, but they're looking for more.
It's been really fun watching this team to get up to this point. So much talent. They've got great coaching, and I feel like they could keep that 0 in the loss column all season long if they keep playing the way they did today.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.